Good afternoon and welcome. I'm Reena Agarwal, Robert E. McDonough Professor of Finance and Founding Director of the Georgetown Center for Financial Markets and Policy. First of all, I hope you and your loved ones are staying well during these very difficult and challenging times. We have a terrific conference program for our Financial Markets Quality Conference, popularly known as FMQ. This year, the focus of the conference is a little different from the usual important issues that FMQ tackles. The theme of the conference this year is the future of global finance in addressing societal issues. As many of you know, Georgetown University is one of the world's leading academic and research institutions, offering a transformational educational experience that prepares the next generation of global citizens to lead and make a difference in the world. Housed at the McDonough School of Business, the Georgetown Center for Financial Markets and Policy provides thought leadership for global finance. We believe in excellence in research to impact practice and policy. The center conducts original, unbiased research, convenes scholars, business leaders, market participants, policymakers, institutional investors, and we also provide opportunities to our students for fellowships, experiential-based learning, career support, and an innovative curriculum. Through our activities, the center contributes to an informed, solutions-oriented discussion regarding critical issues faced by global financial markets. We are now in our 10th year, and the issues that the center has addressed have changed over time. Today, the center's work is focused especially in a few areas. Financial markets and regulation. That is something that we started on day one and we continue. There really is a very direct connection between Main Street and finance. If the financial sector does not work properly, then jobs are not created, innovation doesn't happen, and Main Street doesn't benefit. As you'll hear during the conference, finance is not just about what did the Dow Jones do today? What did the S&P do today? At this moment especially, we do need to put in a lot more effort to make sure that finance and financial markets are working for all parts of our society. Another major area of focus for us is fintech, big data, machine learning, AI, and their role in access to capital, their role in financial literacy. This year in March, when COVID hit, immediately we started our Global FinTech Virtual Seminar Series that has literally been attended by thousands from around the world. The audience for that seminar series includes faculty and students from business, law, finance, computer science, and it also includes policymakers and the private sector. We had the Man versus Machine Day, Social Finance Day, Robo-Advising Day, Data Privacy, Machine Learning, Crypto Day, and so on. I'm most grateful to our Associate Director at the Center, Professor Alberto Rossi, for leading this initiative. We hold the annual DC Blockchain Summit in partnership with the Chamber of Digital Commerce. The Center has conducted studies in partnership with the World Economic Forum on issues like the complex regulatory framework of global fintech. We've released a report on blockchain and its role in financial inclusion. Another very important area of our work, and you'll hear a lot about this today, is ESG. Some of the most impactful scholarship on G, that's corporate governance, has been done by the Georgetown Finance faculty. This work has addressed issues of proxy voting, proxy advisors, voting rights, executive compensation, role of board of directors, role of institutional investors, amongst others. This research has been of tremendous help to market participants and policymakers. Now we are focused a lot more on the E and the S, and issues of E and S that intersect with finance, the environment, climate change, issues of diversity and inclusion. I invite you to learn more about our activities by visiting the center's website. So let me just give an overview of what to expect this week. Instead of our usual day-long program, in this virtual mode, we've shifted to, we're going to have sessions starting at 12 noon every day of the week and lasting for about 2.5 hours. Each of our keynote speakers will start by addressing challenges facing our global society. And what role can finance play in addressing them? How can global financial markets address issues of inequality? What is the role of business and finance in addressing climate change, in addressing issues of diversity and inclusion, in taking care of financial literacy and making progress on that front? Of course, in addition, each of our speakers will also address issues more specifically related to their business, as has been done in past FMQ conferences. So today, we are delighted to have David Rubenstein kick off the first day of the conference. Tomorrow, on Tuesday, we'll hear from Henry Fernandez, Chairman and CEO of MSCI, Barbara Novick, Vice Chairman and co-founder of BlackRock, and Joe Amato, President and Chief Investment Officer of Neuberger Berman. Wednesday is a markets day. Vikas Samad, CEO of FTSE Russell at the London Stock Exchange Group, will do a fireside chat, followed by a panel on markets in motion. And then a fireside chat with Stacey Cunningham, President of the New York Stock Exchange. Thursday is the FinTech Day, and we're going to focus on how FinTech and digital assets are going to transform financial services in the future. Friday is the Regulatory and Policy Day. We'll hear from CEO of FINRA, Robert Cook, and also from 2 SEC commissioners. Finally, the conference will conclude with a panel on the post-election economy. Again, more details can be found on our website. A program of this caliber with more than 1,000 registrants for the week is only possible because of the help of a number of people. I am extremely grateful to a number of people. First, I want to thank our speakers, our moderators, and of course, the audience and participants. I especially want to thank Guy Adami of CNBC Fast Money, Patrick Steele, CEO of Politico, Bob Steers, CEO of Cohen & Steers, and Chairman of the McDonough Board of Advisors, Dr. Kareem El Sol, member of the McDonough School of the Board of Advisors, Mike Piowar, Distinguished Fellow at the Center, for moderating fireside chats and helping out in many different ways. I'm grateful to our colleagues at the McCourt School of Public Policy, the Law Center, and the Georgetown Wall Street Alliance for their partnership. My finance faculty colleagues at the McDonough School have played a tremendous role in putting this together. I'm grateful to our Georgetown students, some of whom are taking parts in different ways in the conference today and certainly attending the conference. Last but not least is the center staff, John Jacobs, the executive director, and especially Anna Kormas, the assistant director of the center, working together with a team in the marketing and communications department at McDonough and the IT team at the McDonough School. I hope you will find the conference discussion informative, especially during these very uncertain and critical times. Now, It is my distinct pleasure to introduce John J. DeGioia, President of Georgetown University. Please welcome President DeGioia.
Thank you very much, Rena, and good afternoon, everyone. It's a privilege to have this opportunity to be with you today as we open our annual Financial Markets Quality Conference. I'd like to express my gratitude to Paul Almeida, the Dean of our McDonough School of Business, and to Rena, who serves as founding director of the Center for Financial Markets and Policy, who recently served as our Vice Provost for faculty. I'd also like to express my appreciation today to David Rubenstein, who we'll be hearing from in just a few moments. David, it's always wonderful to have the chance to be together, and I want to thank you for joining us today and for sharing your insights and experiences with our community. I'd also like to thank our colleagues at the Center for Financial Markets and Policy, our distinguished speakers and presenters, our Alumni Association, and our Wall Street Alliance for their support of this convening. This is an extraordinary group of individuals who have come together to be in dialogue and conversation, and I'm grateful to each one of our speakers and presenters who will share their insights and expertise with our community. The work of universities is defined by three enduring characteristics: a commitment to the formation of young people, the inquiry of our faculty, and to the common good of the communities in which we participate. Our students engage in the work of formation. In our conference this week, they'll be exploring the role of global business in our world today, deepening their own understanding. Our faculty bring their expertise, focusing on issues at the intersection of business, government, and society in a global context. And all of this is connected to our commitment to the common good, the recognition that there is a good we can achieve together that we could never hope to achieve alone. For our McDonough School of Business, this commitment brings to life an extraordinary set of questions about the interaction of business and society, about the kind of work that becomes possible through a business school at a place like Georgetown. When we bring together business with government, policy, and law, new possibilities open for us as we reflect on how to respond to our world's greatest challenges. And for a decade now, our Center for Financial Markets and Policy has made invaluable contributions to our community through their work to study market practices, to shape policies, to explore ways in which we might address the issues facing global markets and finance. This year's convening, bringing together policymakers, market leaders, and scholars, invites us to reflect on important issues related to our global financial system, the economy, the market, all as we face the continuing challenges of this global pandemic. So I wish to again thank each of you for joining us as we begin this week of conversations. And at this time, I'd like to welcome Dean Almeida, who will introduce our first keynote conversation. And let me turn it now over to Paul.